It's going to be tomorrow. Be the same. Really disappointed in maybe my defensive performance. And I'm telling you, I'm taking full responsibility for that because I knew we were. I thought after that game we've given up 40 points in the last 2 games, and we did not learn much from it. We talked about it. We talked about it as a staff. We talked about it with our players. We talked about talking to officials. We talked about the way things are, and I didn't get much carryover tonight. So that means I did not do a very good job of getting through to my guys. So I can promise you tonight I'm going to figure out a way to get through to them. On the positive side, 24 assists on 32 baskets is amazing. 20 out of 24 free throws, got there a lot, made free throws. 10 turnovers was good, but we had 3 at halftime, and we had 4 or 5 in a row during that run when we were up 10. And that happened at Northwestern. So that means we cannot handle success right now. So quit saying where we are, because we're not anywhere yet. We're a good basketball team that's got a long ways to go to get better, okay? Period. That's where we are. And Frankie Fiddler had a hell of a game. Other than that, I thought we were very pedestrian-like. We took bad shots. We didn't. Wrong guys have taken some shots. I got to get other guys some shots. And I'll answer any question you got. But not many times this year have I been disappointed in our defensive performance. Tonight I am very disappointed.
Tom, you mentioned Frankie. After the Northwestern game, you'd said it's one thing to have a moment, but you need to build on that. And, and you talked about confidence. I guess, what did you see from him tonight? It looked like he was being a little more aggressive, continuing that. But, 18 points, some confidence to build on.
That's good, but timeout. A game or 2 doesn't make. That moments are longer, okay? Moments in your world it happens once. Moments in my world is, let's do it 5, 6, 7 times, and then I'll be ready to say, you know what? Frankie did a good job, really good job. Let's not ruin him. Let's just say he did a good job. He's going to get better, and he's going to work at it. He played the 4 a lot tonight. I think that helped. This confidence thing, there. Now we got confidence. You know what? There. Now we don't have confidence because we didn't guard anybody tonight. So, and defensively, we have some things. We have issues with different guys. I was very proud and happy for Frankie. I was happy that the players were very happy for Frankie. More than scoring the ball, I thought his biggest key was he got 7 rebounds, and some of those were putbacks, which means he played aggressively. But, we got, like I said, a long ways to go. And right now, from what I saw the last 2 times I watched Illinois, we got the Celtics or the Lakers coming in here. So we got a lot of work to do in 3-4 days. And I'm going to try to work and not read.
Tom, I may be stepping to the Lions den based on your comments, but maybe this is the perfect game to talk about rankings. Your team has been increasing in the rankings. How much value, if any value, you want to say goes to rankings right now?
I said this at the beginning of the year. I said in the middle of the year, and I'll say it again, 0. I don't think anybody knows how good anybody is still. We're seeing some of the most bizarre games, bizarre turnarounds, bizarre. Illinois goes into Indiana and maybe the worst loss in the history of the arena. It's just been I'm telling you, that's the way it is. So I'm not resting on anything. I'm not sleeping good on anything. I love my team. I love my guys. Okay? Tonight, they did not play as good as they can play. And definitely tonight, we didn't coach as well as we can coach. So we're going to do both those things better in the next 3 days and see if we can get ready for Illinois, because they are good.
Tom, second half, Penn State made more free throws than you shot. Was that them? Was that you? Or was that some different interpretations on block shots?
You know, I'd like to complain about the officials. I'm sure Mike would too. I'm not gonna, because I'd have to be complaining about something. I'd have to say they weren't very good, but we were a lot worse. So I'm not gonna do that. I thought there were some blocks. I thought it went from so physical at the beginning to not at the end. But they drove the ball. We told them they were gonna drive the ball. We talked about getting downhill. We're up, 7 or 8, and we have a timeout, and we talk about switching. We don't switch, That seriously. Now, I learned a lot in the last couple of weeks about saying what about players and what about coaches. If a player doesn't do that, and I got good human beings and good guys, I did a poor job in the timeout to get that through to him, because that was a simple switch. And so you can bet that I'll never be harder on a player than I'm going to be on myself tonight, which is going to filter into our whole group, and see if we can not panic. 3 games, Matt, is that 3 games in a row now? Teams have scored over 40 in the second half? Yeah. Okay. That's a problem. That's a problem, okay? That is a problem. So don't worry about the rankings. Don't worry about where we are. Worry about what we got to get better at, and let it all come out in the wash.
Wondering about Jeremy late. He wasn't on the court in the last couple minutes, but I'm also wondering about the technical and kind of that line of standing up for a teammate versus when and how you do it.
Let me tell you something. I talked to him about this at Northwestern. I talked to him before. I love guys. Cleves would have stuck up for his guys. Everybody would have stuck up. I love guys. I stuck up for him. I'm the only guy getting a technical. Okay? If some things weren't said, I warned him before. Okay? It cost us a foul. That put him on the bench later on when he got his 4th. You just can't do it. And I'm telling you now, thanks to our screwed up society, okay, if you say one word now, officials are being consistent with this. They're teeing people all over. And I warned my guys about that. I'm going to do a better job tomorrow warning them.
Tom, the points you talked about turnovers early, and how you guys only had 3. I think they had 10 or whatever it was in the first half, but I think 19-5 in points off turnovers in the second half, and a pretty sizable margin for the game. Is that, how much do you think that played a factor in you guys, managing to pull this one out?
Yeah. We played good enough offensively to, even though that zone gave us a little bit of trouble. I thought early we offensive rebound the ball, then Jackson struggled a little bit, Like I said, I thought our big struggled tonight, and they're big. That kid played as good as I've seen a big play lately. He played really well. So I didn't do a good enough job on that. I'll do a better job on that. But we did enough offensively. It was just defensively we didn't do enough. We either fouled or we gave up wide open shots. But the fouls, I don't know, 25 free throws. We had 24. I guess was it an ugly game to watch? Seems like there were a lot of fouls.
Hey, Tom, just wondering about Jaden and Frankie, the way they lifted the team down the stretch. Can you just talk about your two of your older guys stepping up?
Yeah, Jaden has been playing really well. And I thought tonight we get up and then we kind of take some question mark shots, and I'm all for taking. I want to get more shots up, but it's unbelievable that we got 68 shots up. That's got to be a high for the year, isn't it? Matt, you're the okay. So we got 68 shots up, but you got to get 62 of them got to be really good shots. I thought we took some poor shots, but Jaden hits that big 3, and Frankie, I think the biggest shot he might have made was the tip half dunk on an offensive rebound, and so that's what seniors are supposed to do, and they did it, and it's a shame that some of that stuff's being overshadowed by the way we didn't guard anybody, and of course I'm smart enough to know one thing, you know, you still got to be able to defend, rebound, and run. And when we didn't defend well, we rebounded okay, not great, and we didn't run very well. Fast break points, 20-14. I thought they ran better than we did. I thought they did a better job than running than we did, to be honest with you. And Mike's a hell of a coach, and he did a hell of a job. I thought his kids were tough. I thought they came in here. Maybe there were some fouls called. I don't know. Maybe they were good. Maybe they're bad. But it was physical as hell early. I think he said, you know what, we're not going into Michigan State and let them push us around. Hell of a job by him. Hell of a job. And they deserve a lot of credit for that.
The last 3 games, in the first half, you're plus 58. In the second half, you're minus 9. Is that execution, focus? What do you think?
I think it's a problem. You know, I think it's a problem. I think it's maybe feeling good about yourself. You know, maybe the halftime's got to get uglier. I don't know. But that is a big difference. I mean, that is as big a difference as I've ever heard of. And it's consistent. And so that is what disappoints me. So, listen, I'm happy I won. We won a national championship. We got beat by Wright State. We had 1-point wins at Penn State when they weren't very good. We had overtime wins. I mean, I get it. I'm not stupid. I just don't want it. I don't want that anymore, you know? Be different, guys. We're going to be different. We got to figure out how to focus in. We got enough players to do it, and we got to do a better job. And that's what I'm working on tonight. 1 or 2 more? Appreciate it.